my girl, you bastard. Now I'm gonna kick your ass. Come on!
Here we are at Jeffrey Beaumont's residence. Look, if you want to own the house right next door, it's currently for sale. And just back there, they had some scenes filmed back there where Jeffrey's dad has his heart attack, and you see a scene with his dog and the garden hose back there, and there's the front of the home. Where Jeffrey finds the ear, and it's a rugby field, and it looks like it's on some private property back in here. And this is where, per our research, it's supposed to be back in there, and that'd be the forest behind him out there, where at the time it was overgrown, and now it's been turned into a nice rugby field. And here's the house.
You want to see the building?
Yeah.
That's your building right there.
Here we are at the Deep River Apartments from Blue Velvet. It's now called the Carolina Apartments. That would be the entrance right up in here. Just looking around the building. Really cool old apartment building here, and there's the roadside right here where in the film they'd be approaching the apartment building to go on up in there. The entrance is down there, and then going down this side down here. Let's see if we can find the stairwell. Here we go, right here. That's where Jeffrey would have carried up his bug spray equipment. Right on up this way. Cool looking old stairwell. Another view of the stairwell from across the street to show how high you gotta go to reach the top of there. More complete view of the building. Here's Beaumont's hardware store here. It's painted blue now. Looks like it's pretty closed up now. It's Front Street Market and Produce. more of a U-Haul rental center now, I believe. There's a U-Haul sign there, and on the side of the building you can rent U-Hauls over here. See if you can see a little bit through these bars here to see what it would look like inside. Here's where Jeffrey pulls up in his convertible to pick up Sandy in front of their high school. It's under construction right now. Here's the front of the school. So there's a lot going on here as far as rebuilding up here. They're putting in a new parking lot, working on this front there. The second time Jeffrey picks up Sandy, she gets in his car and they realize Sandy's boyfriend can see them from across the street here. Looks like it's now tennis courts over there, just past this fencing here. Film. Somewhere along this road right in here is where Jeffrey would have pulled up in that convertible. Here's the front of the school. Here's the exterior shots of the Slow Club. It's now Winnie's Tavern, a little bit different paint on it, but the shape of the building and the texturing on the building looks to be correct. Really cool that this building still stands here, and doing a little exploring here on this one too. I think most of the interior shots were done on the local studio stage and weren't really in here, but this is the exterior. Here's the site where Arlene's Diner was. Now it's Savore's Local Fare and Latin Flair. Building looks pretty much the same, just has a little bit different signage on it. See where some of the old signage used to be up, right up in there. Now they have the new sign kind of hanging right over there. Let's go take a look at it. Looks like they're closed. Like inside. Can't really see through that window there. There's a couple scenes from Blue Velvet where they eat at the diner here. Pretty cool place right on the corner here. Not a very large building. Really cool that's here. And outside this church, it was used as a background where Jeffrey and Sandra talk in a scene together. Pretty gorgeous stained glass on this church that's visible, at least partially in the background in the scene. I believe it's a bit dark out during the scene. But you can see that peak in the building in the background. Some of the trees that overhang here just remind me of the film Blue Velvet. As you see some of the walking scenes in the film, there's a lot of trees that overhang the sidewalks of Wilmington and just look gorgeous. And here's the house where the party house scene was, where Jeffrey and Sandy are coming out of the party house here. Really pretty house and yard there. Here we are at Frank Booth's building. With Dennis Hopper's character coming in there, and had some pretty cool shots with some of the scenes where we're going in and out of here, and then of course the grand finale of the movie as well. It's had some renovations here, but you can really tell it's still that same brick building.
I used to know a kid lived there, had the biggest tongue in the world.
Here's where the house is, where the whole story is about the kid with the big tongue. It's a minor part of the movie, but that's the house that's right by there where they point that out where he lived.